Hi, Bonnie.
Good afternoon, good evening, sorry.
What is good morning for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, I share my screen. Just a minute. Let me know once my screen is visible. Visible?
Yes.
So, we'll no, go with B2B or EDI yesterday. Okay, like see, APM is almost in just policy template is left over there, and CPI also like few things on the left. So rest like from now, I think another 3-4 days we'll cover. 1 day is enough for advanced event mesh, and B2B EDI will cover like maybe it will take like 2-3 days. So I just prepared a notes. So where you can see B2B EDAs and all, I'll just show you. Like, see, it's basically like business to business scenario, right? Like you only send the transactional data over here. So all things related to business, okay, like logistics, sorry, or third party logistics, sorry, suppliers, sorry, buyers, like that. Okay, so it says like business to business integration enables automated communication between business partners. Who are the business partners? They are like buyers and suppliers, logistic providers. Means like whoever is buying and whoever is supplying and who is transferring the logistics from one place to another place, like buyers to suppliers, sorry, suppliers to buyers. Okay, without manual intervention. Like earlier, it was like they used to send mail and or write letters. Like for everything, it has to be via manual. Like they have to document everything and they have to mail. Like suppliers, buyers has to send the request for quotation, and suppliers has to send mail for them, and buyers will say like, okay, we are finalizing you as a supplier, like that way, and then they have to finalize it that way. And now it is not like that. You will have one electronic document will enable you to communicate whatever they used to communicate earlier in EDA format. What is EDA? Electronic data interchange. Instead of emails or spreadsheets, structured data in EDA format is exchanged automatically between systems. One EDA document has like multiple data, okay, which was transferring earlier. So purpose in like in SAP Integration Suite, it is a new topic only. I mean, EDI was older topic, but
Yeah.
they brought even APM, um, event mesh, and B2B EDA scenarios and all they brought recently. Only earlier also we were using in PO, but like in CPI it is new integration suite. So it allows you to parse and generate EDA messages. Okay, what it does, uh, B2B add-on. It means parse is nothing but read. Okay, so I'll just show you how the XST of sample file. How does it look? Okay, EDF file. It's not an actual EDF file, but
Mhm.
actual EDF file looks like this. Where is it? Like this. Okay, this is there are like two different. There are multiple
Mhm.
EDA formats. Okay, if you see this, if you go to type system, right? So we are like ASC X12. That means Accredited Standards Committee X12. Okay, this is one of the major EDA type system which we use, and there is something called as EDIFACT. Okay, if you go
Mhm.
this one, even EDIFACT, United Nations Electronic Data Interchange for
Mhm.
Administration, Commerce, and Transport. So this is also one type of thing which we'll use majorly, and we have like for backend SAP S/4HANA, on-premise IDOC, on-premise SOAP, Cloud SOAP, Cloud OData. like different type of type systems are there. But problem is like we are using the trial account, right? So I have already used the 90 days of trial account earlier. So those who have completed 90 days earlier, they won't get all the license. Okay, like for some of the type systems, you can see it is unlicensed. If I click on this, it will show you like we do not have valid license for the type system. Okay, but in real, like one, if you have if you're working under I just created a document, like I can't show my official integration suite, right? So I just took screenshots here, so it will look like this. There everything will show as licensed. Okay, and see that. And once you click on that ASC, okay, like we'll have multiple EDA format, like say for example EDI 850, 855, 860 ఇలా ID లాగా ఉంటుంది. So like if I say like if the requirement say like send some purchase order, or if somebody is asking if we are sending purchase order to them, then we will be using EDA. Okay, like we will be converting whatever details we have. Usually from SAP only we will convert, right? And we will have to convert it to EDA. So usually it will be in the IDOC structure in SAP. Like for all these like IDOC to EDA conversion we will do using IDOC to some mapping conversions and all, and like palette functions and all. Then we will convert it into this format and we'll send. Okay, so if we just click on this one 850 purchase order, so you will see the structure like this. Like it is like a mapping. All these fields are here. Like we have like transaction set header, and you come down, like we'll have like functional group header envelope we'll be having. I will explain the structure detailedly. So then once you click on like create MIG, okay, MIG is nothing but message implementation guideline. It just creates like one side structure. అక్కడ type systems choose system, we have choose ASC X12, and then we have choose whatever whether do you want purchase order to create or purchase order acknowledgement, that is message. Then it will have like multiple versions 4010 and all. So here I choose this 4010. Based on requirement we'll choose the version. And then envelopes, whether do you want with envelopes or without envelopes. Envelopes nothing but IACR, IA plus GSE, GS segments ఉంటుంది. I will explain you this part. And then sample payload you can skip, and here you can click on finish, then the MIG will be created. Okay. Similarly, we have like EDIFACT also, even or EDIFACT. Here the structure is a bit different. Like there we have like ST segment and all. Here it is UNH, UNZ and all. So it will look like this, okay, usually in the real-time scenario. But here, since we don't have any proper like trial account time limitation, so we can't do that. And images also, we click on create. For those which are we are having licensed, we can create here. I'll just take this just to show you. It's the same screen, like type system message, version, sample payload and all. So I'll just choose something randomly, skip, and then I'll just give some name, dummy. Okay, direction, whether it is outbound or inbound you need to give. So then whatever mandatory is there, then you just need to fill that. I'll just take like industry classification and say something like retail or yeah. So then if I click on create, the structure will be coming automatically.
Like it creates tables.
Yes. So IDOC will have like receiver port, receiver partner and all, right? Sender partner, sender port and all. So whatever fields you want, you can select that. Okay, if I want this field, you can select based on requirement. We can select the, it is like already we have one structure with the fields required. So you just choose whatever fields you want, and once you choose everything, then you just need to click on save. And we have like AI coming in here also. Like this get proposals is like it will, they have, automated with AI that you will get proposals like how many like how many feeds, like you can
You
see
have
here,
to
right?
choose.
Here it was not there. So it says the confidence. Like, are we can select this with confidence value 98 percentage, highest confidence value in the group. Like, what the number of fields taken from this feed? Okay, here the number of fields was less, so it says like confidence percentage 4. Like the confidence percentage is 100, then it says like okay, it is kind of go to ready, but we doesn't use this in real time. See, it's purely based on the requirement, right? Sometimes um, what do we sometimes what happens, even though AI says something, and if the sender or receiver doesn't want it, then we will ignore the requirement, right? So that way. So you just need to click on save, and once it is saved, you just need to click on export. Okay, and then you need to click on Air Cloud Integration Runtime Artifacts. Okay, so then it will be saved over there. Okay, so just give me a minute. I'm getting a call. Oh, sorry, I got call from my parents. Uh, where was I? Hello, Bhavani. I think you're on mute.
Yeah, bro. No.
Uh,
Mm.
so what I will say. So once you click on export, this is a cloud integration artifact kada. You will get one zip file downloaded. Okay, so that zip file will have an XSD. Okay, XSD అంటే schema definition, like message mapping కి యూజ్ అవుతుంది. So this is one side mapping అన్నమాట. Like whatever format we have, right? We'll be having one
Mm.
format, and you want to send it in EDI format if you are sending it to the outbound. Like say, imagine uh, we are buying something from Walmart or some company, retail based company. So you will have to send purchase order to them, right? So you have to
Mm.
send purchase order to them in an EDI format. You have
Mm.
to convert your IDOC format to EDI format. So Walmart company will be giving, okay, use this 850 purchase order and send it to us. So this will be the receiver side target systems message mapping. Okay, sender system
Mm.
message mapping will be from um, IDOC. I just showed you, right? This is a sender side message mapping. Receiver side will be something like this. Whether they want in ASC, extra, or even EDIFACT system, that they will be telling. So then we will map it to map the required fields, and we will be sending the purchase order. Okay, that's how B2B scenarios works. And like if it is not possible, like none of the requirements is also, we are not able to match it using this already. These are already pre-packaged systems and pre-packaged
Mm.
what do you call, versions and all. So if it
Mm.
is not feasible, it is not fitting into our requirement, then you have like custom type systems. You can create your own custom type systems, custom IDO, custom messages. Like there are like ఎలా కావాలో క్రియేట్ చేసుకొని
For
లైక్
this, we need to
we
have
can use. Yeah.
a lot of knowledge. Sorry, I need to have a lot of knowledge.
Yeah. So then we have this B2B scenarios. Okay, ఇక్కడ కంపెనీ ప్రొఫైల్, బాటా ప్రొఫైల్, అగ్రిమెంట్ టెంప్లెట్స్ ఇవన్నీ ఉంటుంది. సో లైక్ this this is called as trading partner management, and this is part of B2B scenarios where we will be adding our company profile details and partner profile company details. Okay, if you just click on create profile, okay, we'll be giving your company name, company short name, country, region, and all contacts. I need to enter, but we don't have the real-time trading partner details under it. Even if I create this, it will be like no use. So I'm just like giving you idea like how real time they will be working. They will be giving all these details, contacts, identifiers, like and business context, like what is a like, we are not filling all the details, just like general information like between two systems. EA certificates, if you are using any certificate based authentication parameter, security number, etc. It is just like too theoretical, just documenting like what is the our company details and what is their partner profile and which we are importing. Either we are buying from them or we are selling to them. So that way, that company details, contacts, identifiers, and all that we will be documenting here. Then we'll be creating an agreement between sender and receiver. That is company profile and partner profile. This template level, same like in MM, we will do like purchase requisition, then purchase order, right? So we'll be also having like agreement template, and then we have like real agreement, which we'll be sharing with third party system. This partner directory data is like we can do this using API also. Like there is this partner directory API also. Like it's kind of having two ways to do the transaction, like share the transaction between two systems. That we'll see this. We'll just check like if we can have one real time scenario, but it is hard to get because like that should be there real for real trial account. We can just maybe I'll give dummy data and show it to you later. Just giving you a high level overview. So yeah, this will help to read like what are the tables we have like and write EDI messages. Okay, like we have like different type of messages as we see X12 EDIFACT is like major. I will be just concentrating on these two as like most of the guys are using these two only. Okay, and then so real time how it will be like supplier buyer communication and all, right? And this thing exchange data with trading partners securely via AS2. AS2 is an adapter, okay, applicable statement to any full form or SFTP or HTTPS. AS2 they will use, but most probably SFTP or HTTPS is easy. SFTP into secure file transfer protocol means like it's like just placing the file in some there will be like on FTP, like SFTP server will be there. There you will create some directory. Similarly, like your file explorer, you will have something like downloads, documents, picture, screenshot, and right wherever you want. You will create one directory and you will place the files over there. Say for example, purchase order will have one directory, purchase order acknowledgement will have one directory, and so similarly, like multiple functional scenario will be having different thing. So if you consider this real time example, okay, say like first our company will be say like imagine Vodafone as buyer, Lenovo as supplier, okay. So whoever buys, so they will have send the purchase order first. If you see buyer sends order to the supplier or the purchase order, okay, that will be in 850. If you see how we will know 850, it's because of this. 850 is purchase order.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then we will get order response. Supplier confirms acceptance. Okay. That we will be sending this. Then they will be sending dispatch advice. Like they notifies that goods are dispatched already. That is 856. So it all happens via EDI transaction. Like we will have 4 different interfaces. First, we will be sending purchase order from SAP MM వాళ్ళు మనకి పంపిస్తారు via IDOC, and we will convert it to EDA, and we will be sending it to the supplier. And then supplier will send EDA, they will place the file somewhere, we will go pick it via CPA, and we will convert it to IDOC, and we will send it to backend. Order response. Similar way, this is inbound. So this is outbound. Outbound, inbound means the one which we are sending to the supplier, that becomes outbound. One which we are getting from supplier, that becomes inbound. Whatever we are sending to SAP, that those interfaces will become inbound. So once everything goods are dispatched, then we will have invoice. So supplier sends billing details to us, invoices and all. Then we will have one more that invoice verification and all. Like, you know, once the payment is done, to verify the payments also, we'll have some specific EDA and all. Okay. So here CPI converts internal purchase order XMLs to EDIFACT orders. EDIFACT is nothing but EDI format, one of the EDI format. We will convert it to that, and we will send it to the supplier via AS2 channel, or not necessarily AS2 channel always. It can be SFTP or anything. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Sorry for that. I just got some message. So real time మీకు అర్థమైంది కదా, like how the EDA plays role between like in sending the real time data. And I'm just trying to include MM also, because that will give you a clear picture like how the functional and technical team coordinate. Okay, so it is not just functional technical, like just not MM and CPA. So ఇప్పుడు purchase order create చేస్తారు. Usually the data and all functional consultants will do, but for testing purposes and all, like to set up the connection between backend and like SAP and CPA, we will have different things, right? Like we need a destination, we need um, like IDOCs and all, IDOC setup and all. Like we need to have this port configuration, partner profile configuration and all. That ABAP team will be doing, or basis team will be helping with that. Like different T codes will be there, like W20, W21 and all. So that is kind of like one-time activity development. Okay, like once they will do, we will be reusing the same destination again and again. So that is how ABAP and basis will pitch in. And then once the established connectivity is established, the messages are coming from SAP to CPA. Then we don't need them, like until and unless there is some error or something like that. Then CPA to third party or supplier via SFTP and all. So that connection is also, we need basis or security help over there. Like it won't be a normal like basic authentication, since we are sending like too confidential data. It will be like they will be sending some certificate to import in CPA, and we have to send our data with that certificate based authentication and all. So that is where security teams pitches in. Okay, even though I'm showing this key store and all, right? I only did it in a trial account, but real time they won't be giving all the access. So basis or security, we always need to go, and they will be helping with all this. Okay, that's how all technical plus functional will coordinate. And then we have like EDA basics. Okay, like there are separate terminologies you should know for development purpose only. If your support consultant is or something, then you can ignore. But still, like even to troubleshoot also, you need to know, like this is so basic. But electronic data interchange is nothing but a globally standardized method to exchange business documents between partners. Okay, it's just a consider it as a invoice, right? Once you order something from Amazon or something, you'll get an invoice. That is also an EDA. It's an electronic data we are getting via mobile, right? So similar way, it's just in standardized method to exchange business document between partners. And message is nothing but an electronic version of a business document, like whether it is in purchase order, whether it is an invoice. something like that. Okay, that is called as message. And segment means, like you are seeing, right, the structure X12 and all. This is how EDA looks like, and each line is called as a segment. UNA is one segment, UNB, UNOC is one segment, UNH is one segment, and all. That we call it as segment. Okay. Example, they are given it NAD. This is buyer address, and we don't need to know everything. Okay, we'll be having like thousands of fields like this. We don't need to know everything. We just need to understand what do we call for that. We'll call this a segment. And data element is nothing but individual value inside a segment. Okay, here if you see UNB plus UNOC is there, right? So this plus is called as a delimiter, means it is a separator. Okay, this is one data element, this is one data element, buyer is one data element. Like it has like some 10 or 10 11 data elements, and it is separated by, like wherever we are using plus, that means it is saying it is a separator. Okay, are you getting my point, or do you want me to
Yeah,
go?
but
Yeah.
mm,
So yeah, and then composite data element is nothing but, say for example, in one line we have this semicolon, right? Like that means this field has 3 or 4 sub elements. Means if it
okay.
has like 3 or 4 sub elements, then we call it as a composite data element. Just one item ante undi, then it is a simple data element. There are two types of data elements: simple data element and composite data element. If you see, real time చూపిస్తే మీకు system or images. If you go here only, edit. If you see this, it is a 0 to 1. Okay, it will be having either 0 element or 1 element only. But if you see
Mm,
this, it has like 0 to 99999. It will have like one segment or like multiple segment, right? So this is
okay.
called as composite element. This is, they wherever like it's 0 to 1, it will be like simple element, simple data element, that way.
Okay.
Then we have delimiters. Delimiter means separator. Data element delimiter, it will be like plus. Sub element delimiter, it will be like semicolon. Like here you will see in simple structure, but when we are sending, it will become like this. It will become like this. So we don't need to understand, but we just, this they will be decoding, like the supplier team will be decoding. So if you send like this, nobody will understand, right? It looks like Chinese. That's why IDA is, EDA is so secure, and only some people who can understand this, they will only understand, like each segment has its own you know uh, like each element has its own meaning. I'll just tell you. So I'll explain when I will explain the structure, and I will tell you. This EDA message types is there. Okay, so we'll have like EDIFACT message and X12 transaction, right? Like two different ones which I told. Type system law. One is ASC X12 and another one is EDIFACT. Even EDIFACT. This one. So it is like major. Each has its own same thing. Like purchase order EDIFACT lo kuda undi, X12 lo kuda undi. Like it is supplier's requirement. If they want in X12 type system format, then we will be using 850 X12, and we'll choose 850, and we will send the TDI format. Now, if they want, like, no, if it is like United Nations or somewhere, they will be using UN EDIFACT only. Then we will be using orders, invoice, and all. Like we see type system law, EAC X12 law, same thing. Purchase order, the ID is 850. Okay, and if you come here in EDIFACT type system, the same purchase order message. Here it is orders. The name is orders. So that's fine. I just listed like our major ones, orders for EDIFACT, but it will be the code word in X12 850, invoice 810, DSADV 856, order RSV 855, REMADV 820, RECADV 861. This way. And just an example, how does this looks in real time. So now we have something called as envelope layers. So while creating, it asks for whether it is with envelope or without envelope, right? So if you see, there's this notes. So with envelope for EDIFACT key, you know,
Bro, with envelope, without envelope చెప్తున్నారు ఒక చెప్తారా?
Shit, why did I?
అది వైఫై డిస్కనెక్ట్ అయింది.
Let's close this.
మళ్ళీ ఇదేంటో కొత్తగా ఉంది.
By mistake I opened. So this AAC X12 format law, with envelope means envelope with functional group of messages. It basically holds the functional data about the messages. So header laga untundi, okay, which will have ISA or IEA segments plus GS or GE segments. So same thing I mentioned here. X12 format lo ISA or IEA unte, it will become with what do you call with envelope. ISA IEA GS GE unte with envelope. Neither just without envelope కావాలంటే STSC ఉంటుంది. So if you see here, when I created without envelope, so it starts with ST and it ends with SC. ST into transaction set header, SC into transaction set trailer. Okay, where is it? It's not here. So like there will be like three type of data, bro. Okay, format లోనే ఎన్విలోప్ అంటే ఇంటర్చేంజ్ ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్ లెవెల్స్ ఉంటుంది. STSCలో మేజర్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ మెసేజ్ డేటా ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, సో విత్ ఎన్విలోప్ అంటే ఇట్ విల్ హ్యావ్ ISA IEA. ది స్ట్రక్చర్ లుక్ సంథింగ్ లైక్ దిస్. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ ఇట్ విల్ బి ISA, then it will be GS, then it will be ST, then it will be SC, then it will be GE, then it will be IEA. ఏంటంటే వివిల్స్ XML చూసారు కదా మీరు. XML నార్మల్ XML ఎలా ఉంటుంది అంటే జస్ట్ రిటర్న్ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ కస్టమర్స్ I'll take this only. So if you see this only, root to start ayi root to end అవుతుంది కదా. Similar way we have like ISA IEA is like top envelope root element laga, which identifies what is the sender or receiver of all the messages. It will have the detail of sender and receiver. If you see this structure, ఇక్కడ ఏముంది ISA అని ఉంది. This is with envelope అనమాట. Okay, X12 structure. Okay, this you can see it is an X12 structure, and it will start with ISA and it will end with IEA. I think simply I created this. Okay, so ISA to start IE to end అవుతుంది, and this 0000 sender ID, receiver ID ఇవన్నీ ఈ సెగ్మెంట్ లో ఉంటుంది. Okay, and same way we have functional group. Functional group is nothing but GS or GE. ఇక్కడ GS GE ఉంది కదా. So alage similar way, like in XML how it will be like, if we are starting with variable we have to end with variable, right? Oka node la. So same way if we are starting with GS, the end will be GE. So it groups messages of similar type. Ante if it is a similar sender, similar receiver, ala store అవుతుంది. Same way we have something called as messenger transaction data, where the actual transaction data comes here is within this STSC, actual business document, order, invoice, అవన్నీ ఇక్కడ ఉంటుంది. This is for X12 structure only. X12 structure లో ISA, GSGE, STSC ఉంటుంది. And we will call it as interchange header, interchange trailer, functional group header, functional group trailer, transaction set header, transaction set trailer. Same way EDIFACT kuda alage untundi. If you see this, it will start with even a ignore. It is kind of optional here. For some it will be there, for some it won't be there. If you see in real time, how does it look? This is also without envelope. Okay, it will start with UNH or UNT. With envelope ante ila untundi. UNA, UNB will be the interchange header, and it will end with UNZ, and then UNG, UNE will be there. Here it is kind of optional. And then UNH, UNT, it will have the actual data. So each segment has its own meaning. UNB interchange header, interchange trailer. Same way ISA interchange header, interchange trailer. UNH ante message header, message trailer. GS ante functional group header, functional group trailer. Alage, like, you're getting my point, right?
Bro.
Yeah. So envelope kavala, envelope vadda, that based on requirement we will decide. But major thing is this last one, STSC, transaction set header, transaction set trailer. So for each header we will have trailer. Means if you are starting with root element, you have to end it with the root element, trailer element, or else it won't be a proper XML kada. EDA lo kuda alage, if you are starting with a proper header, you have to end it with the proper trailer. IS తో స్టార్ట్ చేసామంటే IE తో ఎండ్ చేయాలి, ST తో స్టార్ట్ చేసామంటే SC తో ఎండ్ చేయాలి, GS తో స్టార్ట్ చేసామంటే GE తో ఎండ్ చేయాలి. If you see this, UNH తో స్టార్ట్ అయ్యింది కదా, UNT తో ఎండ్ అయింది. మెసేజ్ హెడర్ తో స్టార్ట్ అయితే మెసేజ్ ట్రైలర్ తో ఎండ్ అవుతుంది. And this is without a
trailer.
So header and trailer, for there will be like 3 header trailers: interchange header trailer, functional group header trailer, message actual transaction header or trailer.
Okay, this like without envelope, those are with envelope.
Without envelope will be just transaction set header or trailer. With envelope unte functional group header trailer untundi, interchange header trailer untundi. Okay, and what it will contain, that example we'll have here. Like UNB interchange header, it will have like sender receiver info with major transaction data anni UNH, UNT లోనే ఉంటుంది, or STSC లో ఉంటుంది, which is like message type version, message reference, ఏ డేటా సెండ్ చేస్తున్నా, whether it is order or invoice, that data and all will be there in మెసేజ్ హెడర్, మెసేజ్ ట్రైలర్. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, ఈవెన్ ఇంటర్చేంజ్ ఈవెన్ విత్ స్టార్ట్ అయింది కదా, సో దే హావ్ ఎండెడ్ విత్ ఈవెన్ సెట్. సో దేర్ లైక్ 2 different స్ట్రక్చర్ కదా, 2 different స్ట్రక్చర్ కి 2 different హెడర్స్, ట్రైలర్స్ ఉంటుంది. యూ డోంట్ నీడ్ టు బై హార్ట్ సంథింగ్. you just need to focus on like, are we using the X12 structure or are we using the EDIFACT structure? So then you go to the development, actual system. You choose like if they're saying okay ASA X12, you just click on this, then you choose the 850 purchase order with or without envelope, you choose there. Okay, if you want with envelope, it will come automatically. With ISA, IEA, like whatever segments they are giving here, it will come automatically. You just need to click on the checkbox. Select చేసాం కదా ఇక్కడ. If you just click open on, click on this arrow, it will be like, there will be like checkbox under like this. MIG లాగా ఓపెన్ చేసామంటే ఇక్కడ ISA అని ఉంటుంది. సో యూ జస్ట్ నీడ్ టు చెక్ లైక్ వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ వాంట్. సో that explains your envelope layers and all. Okay, now integration suite lo B2B EDI lo major thing which you want to know, type systems. It supports EDA standards. ED, whether it is AS X12 or EDIFACT, multiple type systems unnai in real time. That it's a collection of like, there are like 23 in trial account. In real time I think might be more or less. I think even in real time it is 23. So that contains all the real time EDA standards. Okay, and MIG means message implementation guidelines. It defines the structure of a specific message. Okay, whether it is orders or invoice or something, it is one side, target side or center side. Okay, message MIG ante message mapping guideline. It defines mapping between EDA, MIG and internal XML. Means, I told you, right? Like, we'll be having one side as an EDA format and other side as an IDOC or XML format, which we have to convert it to EDA and send, or they will be sending EDAs, which we want to convert it to IDOC or XML and send it to the backend. So that we will be doing in MIG. You come here, MIG. Create is on. We here also we have like standard image and custom images and all. Okay, so here you need two images for this. Okay, sender image and the input structure also, IDOC or XML structure, that you will map it here. Same, then once it is mapped, you will export and use it in CPI. Maybe I'll explain you to the real-time example now. If you see mapping guidelines, we have like source MIG, target MIG. We'll be having two structures. One is source structure, target structure, and there will be like guidelines here. We'll be mapping whether it is 1-to-1 or we need to do some modifications and send. That guidelines will be there in MIG. Okay. And then we have reading partner management to manage the partner profile and identifier and channels and agreement details and all over here. Okay, and now I just created one demo flow just to explain you. Design no. ఒక ప్యాకేజ్ క్రియేట్ చేశాను B2B EDI అని. So usually either we'll be using SFTP or AS2, or like if it is outbound, then we'll be using HTTPS based on the connection. We will use this. Okay, I just use this as EDI Extractor. We have something called as EDI Extractor. Okay, why we need use like till now we have seen like EDI splitter and all. I didn't explain it because I kept it for here. Explaining in this. So we have something called as EDI Extractor transformation. Yeah. So So what does it do? It extracts all the headers. Okay, ఇప్పుడు because structure ఉంది కదా ISA ఇవన్నీ, each thing like whatever headers we have, ఆ headers ని extract చేసి it will assign it to the assign it as a camel headers, అంటే SAP underscore అని headers ని యాడ్ చేస్తుంది, so that we can use it for message processing. And it will be like, here we are like sender ID as 0 and receiver ID as this and all, right? So it will extract like what are the values for it. So if I want to show real time, I just created on Postman. There is no settings or something over here. Okay, you just end it. There is no processing or something. You just need to add it, deploy it. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Then once you click on send, so here I am using the some sample structure of EDA. It will look like this. So this is EDIFACT structure, since it is starting with UN. UN EDIFACT actually. It is not just normal EDIFACT, it is an UN EDIFACT. And it will see that search with EDIFACT. So all, just what do you call, easy way to keep in mind that UN any start aithe UN EDIFACT ani remember. Okay, so if you just click on send here, you get the same response, and you can see like there are like 45 headers. If you just see, we have like EDA application reference, EDA document standard, EDA interchange control number, EDA message release, message type. This is invoice, message version D, payload format EDI flat, receiver ID, buyer ID, sender ID which is supplier ID. Supplier ID అని ఉంటుంది, but usually in real time it will be like Vodafone, and this will be Vodafone, this will be Leno, ala. Okay, and what it will do, EDI extractor, what it does, it take this headers and it assigned it to the our camel SAP head. It added as a camel header, SAP EDI application reference, invoice, SAP EDI document standard. If you see the fields also matching, invoice, UN EDIFACT, UN EDIFACT. సో ఎస్ఏపిలో మనం ఎస్ఏపికి అండర్స్టాండ్ అవ్వాలి కదా, సిపిఐకి అండర్స్టాండ్ అవ్వాలి కదా, దట్ ఓకే, ఓ దిస్ స్ట్రక్చర్లో, ఈ స్ట్రక్చర్లో సెండర్ ఐడి అంటే ఇది, రిసీవర్ ఐడి అంటే ఇది, అలాగే. సో దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ EDI extractor does. It will assign it to some headers so that you can use in the next steps of your message processing. నెక్స్ట్ ఏమైనా కావాలి అంటే నీకు మోడిఫికేషన్ చేస్తుంటావు కదా, సో దట్ విల్ బి యూస్ఫుల్ హియర్. I think we must be having some standard pre-packages. Let me just see if we have any. EDI integration templates ఉంది. So electoral documents here. So product B2B. We are like SAP adopt EDIFACT S3 output. రియల్ టైమ్ లో ఎలా మెయింటైన్ చేస్తారంటే, సో ఇవన్నీ ప్రీ ప్యాకేజ్డ్, మనం ఇక్కడ ఏమి చేయక్కర్లేదు. ఓకే, we just need to connect it to the receiver, sender, okay, and then we need to configure connection add చేయాలంటే. This process will remain same as it is. We just need to understand what they have done. You can should like we will be getting in via IDOC. Okay, IDOC is a type of format that we will be like we are just reading all the parameters from it, and we are converting it to EDIFACT mapping and all. That we will convert it to XML first, and then we'll have some transformations over here, envelope ending and all, and then we'll have like XML to EDI converter. Okay, since it is an EDIFACT, we'll come here, we will assign that EDIFACT schema. అక్కడ image లో XSD export చేసి ఉంటావు కదా, that schema will be assigning it here and we'll be using it. So if you want me to show how we will use, should I add it here? Did I? Just what, I'll just add it here. It is there in my post, you know. References, add schema 60 browse documents, share my screen again. So visible?
Yeah, Karthik.
Yeah. So imagine like we are getting some XML or EDIFACT structure. We have done all the conversions. Now we are sending it to supplier. We want to convert. Okay. So what we have done, we have exported that from MIG in XSD, and I will be adding it here. How I added, I just click on add here the references. Okay, to get this references, you just need to click somewhere outside the iFlow box. Okay, if you just click on it, you will get this option references. Then you click on add, then you click on schema, then you have to click on XSD and you need to browse it from your desktop and add, and then you have it will this is ASC X12 format. Okay, 850 is purchase order, 00401 is a version name. This is the name which you give when you are saving. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ MIG క్రియేషన్ లాస్ట్ ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుంది కదా, అక్కడ ఒక నేమ్ ఇవ్వాలి మీరు. దట్ నేమ్ ఇస్ దిస్ నేమ్, దట్ ఈస్ కస్టమ్. లైక్ ఐ జస్ట్ గివ్ సమ్ మీనింగ్ఫుల్ నేమ్ as it is ASC X12 EDI standard, 850 is the purchase order, 00401 ఇది XST. So now if you want to convert this to EDI, you just need to go here, you just keep everything default, just add schema name, select this, and then just click on save and deploy. That this will convert this XST to EDI. Okay, I'll just delete, but I think it will throw error. We'll still see because it is not, we haven't done complete steps, right? Added. It will throw error because like we have to add like other steps also. That's how, like, just imagine that every step is there already, but then it will convert our XML into this EDI structure, X12 structure laga convert chesam, then we will be sending it in real time. Okay. So it is better longer. సో ట్రేడింగ్ పార్ట్నర్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ లో ఎలా మెయింటైన్ చేస్తామని చెప్తున్నారు. పార్ట్నర్ ఐడి వచ్చి వడాఫోన్ ఉంటుంది, పార్ట్నర్ ఇవన్నీ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొఫైల్ కదా. సో దట్ వాట్ వి విల్ బి గివింగ్ అండ్ లైక్ అగ్రిమెంట్ లో ఈ నేమ్ ఇస్తాం, మెసేజ్ టైప్ లో ఆర్డర్స్ 850, లైక్ ద డీటెయిల్స్ లైక్ వాట్ వి విల్ ఫిల్ హియర్. పార్ట్నర్ ప్రొఫైల్, అగ్రిమెంట్ టెంప్లెట్, క్రియేట్ టెంప్లెట్ అని వస్తే ఓపెన్ డ్రాఫ్ట్ అని చేస్తే let's wait for that. And so here's the thing, in backend it will be like IDOC will come to CPI and we will convert it to EDA and we will be sending it to either AST endpointers. We'll place the file in some SFTP server, they will come and pick. Okay, and this we will do mapping and all using MIG. MIG lo source MIG, target MIG undali. Okay, and troubleshooting and all I will explain later. So real time, they just give example, a multinational telecom receives purchase order from suppliers in X12 850 format. Then supplier sends 850 file, like that is purchase order. And then we will convert EDI to XML and then we'll have to do this mapping and all. Then we will be sending to S4HANA via adapter. And we will be sending response back via CPI to EDA. That's how the to and fro communication happens. So this enables standardized, automated, and paperless communication between trading partners. The most common standards. X12 North America, EDIFACT Europe or Asia. It's not like country based and based on like requirement what we will do. Okay, and I have attached a few blogs here, like you can, if you want to know more about structure, what each segment will do, you can always refer this. So if you come here, so each segment the data ikkada undi. Like if you see here, it will start with EVNA. This is optional, and then we have like EVNB. Now it means interchange header. It is to start, identify and specify an interchange, and in each segment will be having multiple fields. S001 and a syntax identifier, a syntax version number. So if you come to UNH and all, actual data will be there. So each field description and what it will do, that it all they are mentioned here. Okay, you can just refer this similar way. For X12 adapter also we have this link. Sorry, I didn't. Just Google it, like X12 structure. So you will see like how does it look? ISA, GSST, SCST. So it will start with ISA, it will end with IE, interchange control header, interchange control trailer, functional group header, functional group trailer. And this is where the actual STS actual transaction ఉంటుంది. Transaction set header, transaction set trailer, which have like detailed segments. So it can be one STSC or it can be multiple STSC, like if it is too much data. And we have like GS also, functional group, like for GS it will end with G, that way. Okay, and we have like 997 EDI also, which sends an acknowledgement that we have received your acknowledgement, like that. So they have explained here very nicely, like what does this do. And see here ISA law, E segment law. ISLO, we have like multiple feeds, right? Each 00 blank 00 defines something that you can see it here. So 00 first what is the authorization information qualifier, then second 00 is security information qualifier. Then we don't need those and all. Major is interchange sender ID, that is this 4, and then receiver ID. Since interchange header only has a sender and receiver information, and interchange control number like unique ID laga ఉంటుంది. Okay, so This way, you can just refer.
Hello.
Just time ఉంది కదా మీకు, just take 10 or 15 minutes frame. So first thing is like given nodes, right, till now session 1, 2, 3. So that was old one, like I referred to EDI course, and then that I did. I just used ChatGPT and Copilot, and I tried to keep everything at one place, like real time examples to what do you call, with key transaction codes and all. Okay, it will be easy for you to revise. Maybe I'll just paste you this session 1 to 3. Go free ఉన్నప్పుడు just, I mean, tutorial points is the ideal, but still I feel ఇంటర్వ్యూకి ఏమైనా రివిజన్ అలా చేసుకుంటే ఐ థింక్ దిస్ విల్ బి ఫైన్. జస్ట్ ఒకసారి చూడండి. And if it really is, then for session 4 today we will deal with RFQ, and request for quotation, then purchase order, and then release procedure. Okay, all these topics. So once we have this once we have this purchase requisition ready template, then we will be going for like request for quotation, outline agreement, purchase order, like then we will have to release the purchase order, right? What is the release procedure and all that we will do. Okay, so in every procurement cycle, companies must ensure they buy the right material at the right price from the right vendor, right? So it provides a complete workflow, like how they will go. They will first request for quotation, then they will get the like quotation. We'll get quotation from multiple suppliers. Then we'll have a quotation comparison. Then we will finalize one supplier, and then we will be issuing purchase order. Then goods receipt they will send, and invoice verification we will do, and we will be sending. So this MIGO, MIRO is kind of T code. Okay, for goods receipt and invoice verification. Okay, and so this session we'll see like how RFQs are created and evaluated, how purchase orders are raised, how release procedure control and employees and all. Okay, so request for quotation is like formal invitation to vendors. Hey, so these are products we want. Please give your quotation, like how much price for these products. Any advantage for us? Like we will be ordering so and so products every month, or it will be like just stock based. Like when the stock ends, then only we'll order. So for that, they will be analyzing them, and they will be giving a quotation and all. Okay, so business example, if you need 100 laptops, instead of being buying directly, the purchasing department sends everything related to this P2P will be handled by purchasing department only. So they send RFQ to 3 vendors. Say they will choose some vendors and they will send, and we sender sends a quotation. We will handle which is best, and we will be finalizing. So how this has to be recorded in the backend also, how they will create RFQ in the backend. The T code for that is ME41, and the path is this way. Like you should go to that SPRO, IMG, then logistic material management, purchasing, RFQ create. If you want to see real ఇక్కడ ఉంది ఇది. So here logistics and material management request for quotation create. Okay, SAP easy access, and then you just need to enter RFQ type, purchase organization and group, and then vendor details, what is the material quantity, delivery date and all. That's how you create RFQ. Like major thing is RFQ type ఏంటి, purchasing organization group ఏది, vendor, material quantity, delivery date. So all these details you will be filling it here. Okay, then నీ మెటీరియల్ క్వాంటిటీ ఎంత కావాలి, దెన్ మెటీరియల్ గ్రూప్ ఏంటి, కొటేషన్ డెడ్ లైన్ డేట్ అండ్ దట్ విల్ బి entering it here. There is automatic creation also from purchase requisition template but like we need to create purchase requisition for that first. So once we have the purchase requisition, then we'll be using this. So that also, or you can, if you want to use the existing one and just modify that, then also you can go with change or update RFQ also. Similar way, like for every thing, for creating material, for creating vendor master data, for creating purchase requisition, purchase order, we'll have an option whether to create it freshly or we have to change it or delete it or update it. So we'll have different T codes for creating ME41, for changing ME42, for just to view ME43, maintain quotation ME47, to compare quotation ME49. So change lo, we'll just like copy this and change whatever we want, like pricing condition or text. Or you change fully, then you can change fully and use that as a new quotation for your one thing. Okay. And that says about request quotation. So major, and then SAP, right? It automatically ranks quotation by net price. Like it will compare the quotations and it based on price and it will rank. So then you can choose like whatever you want to choose, and you can also include parameters like freight cost or discount. Like if you are ordering frequently, are they giving any discount? Right? Simply without advantage be taking anything, right? That and all. That also we need to maintain in the backend. Nothing is like we can't skip anything. Okay.
Okay.
And we have like different tables, echo, EKPO, EKB, EK, which says like purchase documentation header, purchase document item. ఆ డీటెయిల్స్ కావాలంటే టేబుల్లో స్టోర్ అవుతుంది. That app guys will be writing some code in backend and all. That's how it gets stored. So ఏమైనా if you want to view and all, you just need to go to these tables and view the data. Okay. So what is the difference between RFQ? It is document sent by buyer to vendor. Quotation ante vendor's responsibility. It's all like simple terminologies you can easily understand. So then we have something called as purchase order. Okay, it is a legal binding document issued to the vendor confirming the purchase details. So purchase under T code ante ME21N, change చేయాలి 22 ME23, goods receipt invoice కి MIGO and MIRO. Okay. Then so you have to create purchase order also. I mean, where is it? Purchase order లేదు ఇక్కడ. Purchase order type also, like we have like subcontracting purchase order, consignment purchase order, stock transfer purchase order, service purchase order, right? So we'll be having purchase requisition created order. Right? Either we can create automatically using that purchase requisition, or you can create freshly. Like you need to give all the purchase info records or source list details and all, and then you need to. So basically here also it's like for a functional consultant, they will just know like basic terminologies, and once you open the system, it will ask for so and so details, right? Like once you click on the create RFQ, it will ask for some details. So you just need to go enter the details. You just need to replicate the business data inside the SAP system. We don't need, he also doesn't need to remember, but he needs to remember the T code and path where he wants to go and what's the T code to open, which is the table to open to, if you want to see the right data and all. I think it's that way. It's like more theoretical over there. So quotation deadline and all, purchase organization, purchase group, this and all, it will be same, right? They will be knowing the codes. So even for purchase order and all, it is just like filling the screen with the right data, the right info. Okay. So purchase order, that's with respect to purchase order. So then we have a goods receipt. Once purchase order is sent, they will be sending goods, and for that they will be sending goods receipt. it says like material physically received, and then once we have received the goods, so there should be some logic also to update stock quantity and valuation. So
Okay.
that needs to be updated in backend. So we got the new stock, so and so quantity came, and so valuation came. So we need to 3PL match enter or 3PL verification.
Mm.
What does that means? Like three way of matching. So whatever goods receipt they sent and whatever mentioned in invoice
Mm.
and whatever stock
We got.
present in SAP data.
Mm.
So everything should be in sync. Then only
Yeah.
invoice will be moving ahead. So three-way match. If you see here, purchase order, service entry, and invoice.
Mm.
Everything should be purchase order. We will be knowing like what, how much quantity we ordered, how much invoice low will be getting like for. Did we get the all the quantity that will be verifying in service entry, and based on that we will be invoicing. Key tables, we have this like defined over here, and release procedure, like once we release this purchase requisition or purchase order, that needs to be approved by management, right, or higher level or leadership level. So how they will so release, so we have something called as release group, release strategy, release code, release indicator, and like similarly. I think it is not here. Mention చేశారా రిలీజ్ గురించి? I think got it from the Udemy course. So it says like defines approval process for PRPO until like we'll be having multiple approvals for some purchase order requisition, like level 1 approval, level 2 approval. So level 1 approval will be done by manager, level 2 will be approved by end user. So level 1 like what if level 1 approval we got but level 2 rejects. So what will be the scenario? And every code we need to write, and every logic needs to be replicated in backend. So for some materials, level 1 approval is enough, doesn't matter if level 2 approval is approved or rejected. That needs to be maintained in backend. That comes where the release strategy, it determines whether approval is needed or not. Okay, 50,000 పైన ఎక్కువ ఉంటే we need like 2 approvals, తక్కువ ఉంటే like 1 approval. That and all comes under release strategy. Release code అంటే identify for approval whether it is buyer or manager or end user. That will be in release. Release indicator అంటే whether it will be 0 or 1 only. 0 means not released, 1 is released. Characteristic like we'll be having plan to document type of value and we have something called as class type under. So there will be some decoder path for this. We just need to enter all this release strategy and all, which is very much necessary before releasing the purchase order. Okay, so buyer converts purchase requisition to purchase order. Then once it is approved, manager releases purchase order, and then GRR invoice will come. Okay, so there is one real-time scenario also. If the purchase order is less than 50,000, auto release. If the purchase order is greater than 50,000, auto approval from head of department. They will be defining in release strategy. So they will define release group, then release code. Code అంటే ఏంటి ఇది zero, sorry, whether it is buyer or manager who has to approve that, then release strategy, characteristics when you define చేసి then they will be releasing. Okay, so they will be integrating with other modules also when they want to do invoice verification or accounting entries at goods receipt or invoice receiving, then FI integration will be there. And the cost center updates during PO creation. Production planning during like when PR is generated automatically from MRP. MRP and master retail pricing that is also a way of adding data in the backend. But too much to learn, or everything is an ocean. Okay, but major things I just try to keep all the T codes and paths here this way. Like if you just see the nodes and by heart maybe T codes in the path, I think it will be good for your interview.
ఇవన్నీ చేసాం బ్రో.
This
అదే RFQ అది క్రియేట్ చేయలేదు కానీ
purchase order
పర్చేస్ రిక్వెస్ట్ అవన్నీ క్రియేట్ చేసి.
Okay, good. At least you got some real-time experience. నేనైతే at least
కాలేజ్
okay.
చెప్పాను కదా అన్ని CST కూడా కాలేజ్ లో చేశాను. ST MMPP అందుకే కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అయిపోయా కాలేజ్ టైంలో. ఏదేం జరుగుతుందో నాకు క్లియర్ సినారియో లేక.
ఓకే, ఐ థింక్ మేబీ బ్లైండ్ గా like just as a part of exercises or something.
అవును.
Okay, just spacing all the notes to you. I think this time is suitable, bro, but what to do, like sometimes I will be having calls, so
yeah, this time is suitable for me. నాకు కొంచెం టైం ఉంటుంది ఫుడ్ ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకోవడానికి.
ఈ రోజు చాలా I finished every task earlier and yeah, I just pasted all the notes to you, so you can just go through whenever you're free, and that's it for today, bro. Kinti విశేషాలు?
Nothing else, bro. వెళ్ళాలి
స్టోర్ రెడీ అవ్వాలా? ఓకే,
వెళ్తున్నా ఈ మధ్యన ఫ్రీక్వెంట్ గా. అదేంటో నా దరిద్రం, ఖాళీగా ఉన్నంతసేపు ఏం రాలేదు. ఎప్పుడైతే బిజీ అయినా అన్ని అప్పుడే వస్తున్నాయి. ఇంటర్వ్యూలు అప్పుడే వచ్చాయి, క్లాస్ అప్పుడే, జాబ్ వర్క్ అప్పుడే, కార్ కూడా అప్పుడే పోయింది.
టెస్ట్ చేస్తుంది
అన్ని బస్ పట్టుకోవాలి కదా బ్రో. ఇప్పుడు నేను 1:30కి బస్ పట్టుకుంటే నేను అక్కడికి 2:33 రీచ్ అవుతా.
ఓకే,
అందుకు నేను వెళ్ళగలుగుతాను. అదే కార్ ఉందనుకోండి 1:50కి స్టార్ట్ అయినా 2:50కి స్టార్ట్ అయినా 3:05 కల్లా అక్కడ ఉంటా 10-15 minutes లో.
నైస్.
బస్ చుట్టూ తిరిగి తీసుకెళ్తుంది కదా, సో దానివల్ల లేట్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే బ్రో, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Nice to then, yeah.
You too. Bye.
We'll see like tomorrow. If there is no call, I will tell you, or else we'll have.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Bye.
Bye.